everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Grindcast, the official podcast of grindedword.com. What are you laughing about?
The train in the background, which I'm sure the mic isn't picking up, but it was just perfect timing.
Everybody's going to think we're nuts.
Hearing trains again.
Yeah. Well, as always in this mental institution, I'm Matt.
I'm Will.
Jamie.
And Jason.
All right. This is the second time we had to try this because Jason didn't say and Jason.
He refused to do the and Jason, so we had to beat him up a little bit.
He's like, no, I'm busting out.
They
Start my own show. Start my own thing. I'm not and Jason anymore. I'm the start of the show.
I'm just Jason.
I'm just Jason.
The train agrees.
The train agrees. I should have a...
The artist formerly known as and Jason.
Oh, they're going to say the artist formerly known as Train. Drops that you put out in her hand. I know. I see where you were going.
Yeah.
I award you 10 points.
We got a point system now?
We always did.
I'm way behind.
We always had. It's just depending if I kept track or not.
Yeah.
So let's go into news topics. I got a little thing. Jamie gave me this topic. Pong and Doom, also games like WoW, Tetris, Smash Brothers. No? What's
Super
that?
Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers, Pac-Man. They were all entered into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
The one in Japan?
It exists now.
No, there's one in the U.S. now.
Huh. I don't know
Hosted
about
by The Strong.
The Strong.
Yeah.
Strong bad.
The Strong Bad. You got some games in Hall of Fame.
Couldn't do it.
It's just like, can you imagine that? And it's like, fucking Homestar Runner's like the host of the show. Like, we're gonna bring in Pong. The game with 2 pounds, they just go doop.
Damn it.
So it's an interesting grouping of titles there.
It's really kind of weird because it's just like, the top of the article is like, Pong's getting introducced. God damn. And they're like, along with Doom. I'm like, I can see the similarities.
It's the exact same game.
Well, the reason they chose those games was due to their influence
yeah,
and their longevity, like how much people still play them despite their age.
Surprised Diablo 2's not in there.
I think it's...
The Diablo 2 people are still playing.
I think it's whatever games had more clones made of it.
Fair enough.
Think about that list.
That's kind of true. I think it's funny that WoW's in this, considering how recent it is. Like, yeah, it might have a lot of people
been around for
playing
10 years.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. See, that's what they're
10 years
saying
of
is
video game
because
time's
of
recent.
all the games of
10 years
its
in a video game.
grouping,
Sorry,
it
Jamie.
was the most. Sorry, I just talked over you anyway. I didn't care.
He just
I didn't
wanted
give a shit what you
he
said.
just wanted to argue with me so bad he was going to knock him out of the conversation.
I see.
He's like, this is what I do.
That's why you bring me on.
It's just like, men are talking.
You should have chose not to be in this one.
But yeah, the reason they chose WoW was because it, of all the games in its category, has been the most successful. Come on, guys, I'm not that bad.
Get closer to the big black phallic object.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Should I just?
Oh, you're not
put my
talking to
mouth
me.
on
I'm
it?
sorry.
Hey, buddy.
But it has been the most successful in bringing such a large community of people together to play one.
Now, for the non-gamers out there, we're talking about World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Which
No, we were talking about the Keanu Reeves simulator.
which stole its idea. I will admit this from EverQuest,
Yeah, it did.
but made it more accessible to people, and it became a fucking billion times more popular because it's like I
More
said, it's been around for
successful.
10 years, which for a console, that's like a console and a half.
Yeah, that's true.
And for a game this dated, people still play it.
In computer terms, 10 years is recent.
In computer terms, 10 years is like, you should have stopped playing this 8 years ago.
Nah. In MMO world, 10 years is recent. Because by the time you're done a quest, it's like 10 years later.
This is true.
Negative about this.
I started this quest, and now there's hair where there wasn't hair before.
will say this.
I wasn't prepared for it. Every time I sit down in my chair, I sit on my balls because they drop.
Because of the popularity of WoW, we now have a lot more MMO choices. Like, a lot more people are making these MMOs. Like,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're
fixed the Final Fantasy one apparently has gotten quite good.
Yeah, after they had to like write a handwritten apology to everybody who bought it. It was like, wow, we are so sorry about this. We knew this was crap, but we just put it out anyway.
And then there's games like Guild Wars 2 and Rift. Those are really popular as well.
Rift.
Yeah.
What was shit? I forgot the name of the one now.
What, Guild Wars?
Yeah, there was another
Secret
one.
World?
Baldur's
Yeah,
Gate?
that's it.
Oh, okay.
The one that takes place in like the real world. You can join like
Yeah.
secret societies and fight
And
monsters.
Sword Art Online.
Yeah, Sword Art Online.
You get trapped in that one though, kids. Watch out.
Yeah, just like .hack.
Japan, they just suck you in over there. In more than one way.
Hey now.
Hey now.
We're gonna go back to the Japanese game show talk now.
But Jason, you're gonna have to remind me what this one's about because I forgot already. I just wrote Jap Fat. What's
Too many
Jap
white
Fat
Russians.
about?
It's the this Japanese woman who is just eating tons of food for I don't know why.
She's
just
not
doing
fat
it.
either. I don't
She's
know.
not. Yeah, just because she can. Like, there's videos of her eating 100 chicken nuggets. She tried to eat 100 hamburgers, but ran out of time. I don't know why there's time limits now.
It's like, I'm still hungry, but I am out of time, so...
I gotta stop.
well.
Damn me, I'll have to finish my 300 hamburgers another day.
What was it? It was 12 pounds, I think, of curry rice in 22 minutes. Or 30, it was either 22 or 32 minutes.
I don't know
How
how
you
you...
like beer bonging this? Like, how you...
No, it's this giant fucking plate.
funnel with a giant tube. They're just like, all right, you ready? We're lifting it. It's like,
No, she's eating it with chopsticks, and she's just like
Try not to
handing
chew.
it out.
just swallow, don't chew.
Seems to be the most efficient way to do this, I assume.
I really like. Apparently, this has gotten really like trendy. Not trendy, I shouldn't say, because not everybody's doing it. It's
So
just-
people in Japan are gonna start dying off like crazy. They're just like, I will eat 5,000 cheeseburgers.
think about it.
I'm just picturing that cartoon with Porky Pig where he's in hell and they keep feeding him the donuts.
Like that episode of the Simpsons.
Simpsons did it. Yeah, they copied Porky Pig.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah,
He was a pioneer.
Really was.
he was.
Yeah, she's just like eating tons of food.
I don't know why
remember
when you mentioned Porky Pig, I thought of that one Tiny Toons episode. It's like complete opposite of what you were talking about, but like
They're sucking
where
donuts out of him.
No. Where there's this chocolate cake in the fridge, and he really wants to eat it, and it keeps telling him, "Eat me."
Oh, I remember
Eat
that
me.
one.
And then it turns into like a monster, and it's like coming after him, trying to get him to eat the cake.
Really
And
need a camera in here.
Yeah, that was a good monster.
That was very monstrous.
yeah,
Had
you
the
like
voice
you
of
like
Mother
my
Brain.
my hand gestures.
Why is this a fucking fly trap from
Feed me some
Yeah,
more.
I mean that one was supposed to be like
Albert!
restraint, but whatever. It was a pig, so I guess
He was
there
trying to
the...
diet. That's
Yeah,
what it was.
that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Because he was a pig.
Yeah.
pretty hard.
Hampton.
And now he's in Japan eating 500 cheeseburgers.
Got a sex change.
Yeah. Now a Japanese woman.
Japanese.
Doctors hate him.
So let's find this chain of thought. Hampton the pig from Tiny Toon Adventures had a sex change, is now living in Japan eating cheeseburgers. Is this where? Okay.
Tons
And
of
100
cheeseburgers.
nuggets.
This is actual news.
3 large pizzas by himself.
He's
Not that crap you get on Fox News.
He
This is
changed his
actual
name. He's
news.
under the moniker of Hampton Jenner.
On the cover of Vanity Fair.
You know, it's funny. I was like, we did bring that topic in to talk about Newswise, and I was like, I ain't talking about that. I'll make jokes about that, but I ain't talking about
I
it.
don't think it needs to be talked about.
It's out
not
there.
important. It's like, oh, he had a sex change. Good for him. I don't give a shit.
I did that 5 years before he did.
You married a woman.
Can't even see the scars.
No.
Yeah. But that doesn't make
They
me
don't-
gay because I met him after the sex change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like
That's
Mac.
a Always Sunny reference, by the way.
I got you.
Thank you. They listen to this too.
Well, I'm sure.
They're suing us.
We got the papers in the mail.
Yeah.
I got
them yesterday.
I got the best lawyer in the
It's like, hey, your show's funny because of our jokes. $1 million, please.
Get Charlie's uncle to be our lawyer.
Exactly.
Does this make my hands look small if I put my hands like this?
I'll just hide them under the table.
Put your hands over top of my hands.
Does it look natural?
Yeah, those look like my hands.
You looked like you were so serious when you said that. You're like, this looks like my hands. Yeah.
So yeah, this woman eating a lot of food in Japan.
The middle,
She's popular.
The East is getting really weird though, like the South Korea thing.
Getting.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. They've been there, but
It's been the weird joke of the world for like ever now.
since World War II.
Yeah.
But the freaking South Korea thing where, you know, you can go to like Twitch and watch people play video games, you can donate money. In South Korea, people are paying people
To eat.
to watch them eat food.
Yeah, that was the next topic I had in here. Was South Korea fat TV trend eat.
Yes.
That's
I love your
paraphrasing.
shorthand.
Yeah, it's great.
Fantastic.
I should be a waiter.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, South Koreans like watching, apparently, certain actors in their TV dramas eating. So now,
Naturally.
yeah, like, it's a really good acting
I think it
talent,
should be
apparently.
aired in North Korea.
Stop it. You're so rude to them. They can't even listen to us. And you want them to eat food they can't even find?
They're getting us in on their Pit Boys.
Yeah, like, there's an actress who recently started doing, I can't remember the name of the website, but if I did, you could go and find it and watch these Koreans eat food. What they
I'm sure
do-
they just Google it; it'll show up.
Yeah, they definitely will.
I
But
might get some other stuff in that search. But
But basically, it's like this actress started to just like get a bunch of delicious food, and she streams herself eating it for 2 hours. She eats, and then for another 2 hours, she sits there and talks to you about the stuff she ate. I'm sure.
Is she hot?
I guess she gained 20 pounds since she started doing this. She's probably gonna get really fat.
See, she's not doing what the Japanese woman's doing.
Yeah, she's not.
She's got a horrible metabolism.
Like I was watching this.
Yeah,
this
that's
guy,
something you can do.
There's a guy
get a
doing it,
horrible
and
metabolism.
he's eating a bunch of food, and his apartment looks like a fucking Fallout shelter in Fallout. It's just completely like torn up. The paint's peeling off the wall. There's just like lights hanging from the ceiling.
Empty Nuka-Cola bottles everywhere.
Yeah, the gate to Silent Hill. That's what it sounds like.
Paint chipping
I
all
was going to say, that was dangerous. You almost clicked restart now. This episode's a short one. Sorry. Sorry,
episode.
Sorry, AVG just decided we're done.
It's like, hey, you want to restart? No,
AVGs are
absolutely
like-
not.
Too bad.
Cut it off.
Cut it off.
You're done.
Obama said you're done. So that's what's happening on the other side of the world right now.
It's just
People eating copious amounts of food.
for no
At
reason.
least they're eating.
I will say this.
Wow.
Cold blooded.
What's it saying?
I will say this. At least the South Koreans are getting paid to eat this food, whereas the Japanese woman is just eating this food because she feels like eating a ton of food.
Oh, the money will roll in sooner or later.
Yeah.
I guess Japan's weird like that.
Once
Yeah, she'll probably get
once
her own show on TV and everything.
yeah, once a lot of Japanese men start popping their corks over this, they'll be paying her money for it.
She never
They'll
gets so
be-
fat.
They'll be on Jat Brazzers.
Wouldn't that be Brazzles?
Brazzles.
God, you just sounded. What was
I
that?
don't know. It was like some mix of. It was like Japanese walking.
Let's not keep doing that.
No, I'm never doing that voice
Do
again.
that again.
I'm a man of many voices, and that one's never coming back.
Bury it and salt the earth.
Yes. Got Sublime on top of that. So, what we got here? Big Trouble in Little China remake?
What?
With Dwayne Johnson. The
Words I can't even
esteemed
say.
actor.
The angry in me.
The angry in you. Apparently, this is one of his favorite
Angry in me.
movies.
The Angry in You.
No, it's a great movie. Why does it need to be remade?
Because they need to remake Poltergeist and RoboCop and everything else.
Because one day Kurt
His
Russell walked in,
originality
he's
is
like,
dead.
hey, we should probably just remake this movie, right? That'd be fucking funny. And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually talking with people. He's like, no.
Got The Rock to do
No,
it.
stop. And we're working on Escape from LA, too. It's like, ah, damn it. We're going to get Colin Farrell to play you in Escape from LA.
Steve Buscemi's still going to be in it.
I wouldn't want Escape from
He's
LA.
still relevant.
Why would you want Escape from LA over Escape from New York?
I don't know. It just rolls off the tongue better.
It was not a good
There's
movie.
less
No,
things
it
to
wasn't.
pronounce.
Escape from New York is
That
fantastic.
surfing scene was horrible.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
why?
well,
But,
I love how it's basically the exact same premise.
yeah.
Except bad.
They're just like, yeah, you need to get out of there before this thing kills you. It's just like, you think I'd be smart enough to watch out for you, sons of bitches. Like, fool me once.
No, but Big Trouble in Little China is one of those movies that, like, if you watched it when you were a kid, you look back now and like, did I dream that? That movie is so bizarre at times.
dream.
And it's
It
like,
had 2 Raidens.
They were twins.
2 Raidens. It had 2 Raidens.
usually you just get one rating.
That's why I wanted to talk about game collecting on here with you, because we have so many good stories.
Don't bring him up.
I want to. I want to talk about game collecting.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
But Rock and Chris Pratt. They're the only ones doing movies anymore. It feels like.
They can play everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's like, Rock, we need you in the remake of The Muppets Christmas Carol. You're going to play Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh my
Hey, Chris
gosh.
Pratt, we are making a new Fifth Element. You're going to play Leeloo Dallas.
Oh no, I'm picturing him. No.
And then,
Love it.
Who
You
was
love it.
Oh,
who was the black guy in that movie? It was
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. Rock
Playing-
will play Chris Tucker's part.
Yeah.
Would you get Bruce Willis to play Bruce Willis?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and then Fred will go see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fred will see it then.
This movie sucks. They should have just put Bruce Willis as every character.
God damn it.
The whole Bruce Willis cast.
Bruce Willis as Chris Pratt as Bruce Willis in The Fifth Element.
That's real meta.
Coming soon.
Coming soon, because fuck you.
Martin Scorsese film.
Yeah. A Martin Scorsese film, directed by Oliver Stone, starring Chris Pratt as Bruce Willis as Chris Pratt.
Let's get this real convoluted.
God damn it. Starring Gary Busey as...
Here's an idea, Hollywood. Come up with new fucking stories. Stop rehashing shit.
Yeah.
Because people will start answering with their money and stop showing up.
Leonardo DiCaprio's on a boat. He loves a redheaded woman. He draws her nude, and the boat sinks. Was eating Gilbert Grape too.
Starring Billy Zane.
Starring Billy Zane as Leonardo DiCaprio. Damn it. You know, we just started a whole new trend. That's what they're going to start doing now.
Edward Norton as Priest Vallon.
American History X2. Billy Zane as Edward Norton.
Why are you bringing Billy Zane into this?
Because he needs work.
Yeah, he does.
He does not need work. He needs to get a regular job.
He should be still
totally
getting those
needs work.
Phantom checks, I think.
Still?
He's cashing them every day.
I don't think he got a check for it in the beginning in the first place. Like, hey, thanks for showing up. Like, well, wait, did I get paid? Oh, this was totally
He got
volunteering.
my $6 to see that movie back in the
This
day.
was all volunteer work.
Community service.
I wrote the check out directly to Billy Zane.
You had to do that when you walked into the theater. You're like 2 tickets for the Phantom, make them out to Billy Zane.
Is that with one end?
I will tell you right now, these are non-refundable. and you will want them back. why is The Rock... So is The Rock playing Kurt Russell's part in this?
That's
I
what
would
I've heard.
assume as
Yeah.
much. Unless he's playing
I wonder if
Lopetown.
they're going to make it like... Jesus! I wonder if they're going to make it like serious. Like, they're making all these remakes, they want to make them darker and serious.
I would
does
laugh
seem to be
if
the
it
trend
is
now.
shot for shot remade just with Dwayne Johnson as Kurt Russell, and that's it. That's the only thing they changed.
See, I want Dwayne Johnson to play the Raiden characters that come down from the sky.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Both.
Both of them.
Both. I want him to do Short Circuit 3 with Dwayne Johnson playing Johnny Five.
Number 5's alive.
I want Vin Diesel playing the guy who built Johnny Five. The Indian guy. I want him being on his like, Johnny Five alive.
I enjoyed throwing you repeatedly to the ground.
After I'm done stealing these amiibos, I'm gonna make Short Circuit 3.
You almost killed your wife. This is what you do. This is your shtick today.
I wait for everybody to take a drink and I make the funniest joke ever. I only get 2 though.
Because we
Can't be
stopped
too
drinking
funny.
after that because we don't want to die.
I don't have anything left, so
Yeah.
you can't kill me.
My White Russian's getting low.
Can't kill me.
You can't kill me. I don't have any more tea left.
Shoot me again, I ain't dead yet.
What else is happening?
What else is happening? I don't know. Oh, the CEO of Remedy Studios, the people that made Alan Wake and the Max Payne games, he quit at that studio to go work with another studio called Wargaming. They make tank games.
Ooh, tank games.
That's
I won't put that down too much. World of Tanks is apparently doing pretty well.
well, they didn't make that.
We made all the tank games except for that one good one that you just mentioned.
We cornered the market in tank games, except the one everybody's playing. So yeah, the guy that was behind games like Alan Wake and Max Payne just decided, leaving, going for this other company that doesn't make good games.
I dare you to say his name.
Is this his name here?
Yep.
Matthias Mill
Let me see.
I love it. I love it.
Matthias? What?
Matthias.
Matee?
Matty from Captain Planet?
Matee? Heart!
Matthias Mylreen.
Yeah, you're looking at her like,
This is an
that
awesome
right?
segment of the show where people try to pronounce a name.
We need more of this.
Yes.
Yeah, Matthias.
No, it's Matthias Millerin.
Matthias Millerin. Yeah. Old Matty Millerin.
Old Matty Millerin.
Used to go drinking with him down at O'Shaughnessy's.
O'Shaughnessy's. We'll just stay here till it all blows over.
Stop it. Nobody gets that.
They should. It's an awesome movie.
It is. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Go out and buy it.
Our
We won't
show
tell you
is
what
one
it
of those
is.
shows where like you go like, what did he just say? And you gotta Google it. You
We have
gotta look it up.
referential humor to things you don't understand.
Yeah.
Inside jokes all around.
Yeah. That's why people come. So
Real
they feel like they're
inside.
part of a group.
It's pretty inside.
Some of it's inside.
I mean, we're inside.
I mean, the window's open.
Yeah.
but it's not going out.
Poke my head out.
Jesus Christ. It's the worst show ever.
I don't know. Have you seen the Will and Grace spinoff? The show about the fucking hippie chick and the corporate guy?
Nope.
No. Moving
Can't
on.
fucking remember what it's called.
It doesn't matter.
Was this you? I don't remember which one brought this in.
Which
The
one?
Obi-Wan trilogy?
That was me.
That guy.
I didn't read enough about it to care, but they're bringing...
Thanks for telling me that
It's always
now. I wouldn't have wrote it down as a
Sorry.
credible topic to talk about.
I'm so fucking over this, though.
Like, hey, here's this topic. I didn't read about it.
I remember the other stuff. Okay.
Like, I
but
saw this in passing. Just thought it was funny.
They're making a new Star Wars trilogy about Obi-Wan Kenobi in between episodes 3 and 4. Just like they're making a trilogy for Han Solo and Boba Fett.
See,
Well,
like,
I thought Boba Fett was just a standalone film, not a trilogy.
I could've swore.
We didn't make trilogies about
That's
everybody.
what they do over at Lucas Farts.
Lucas Farts.
farts.
Which is now
Lucas Farts.
Which is now Disney, by the way.
I wanted to say Lucas Films, but Art came
Yeah.
out because I'm thinking of Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Close
No,
enough.
I'll
So I
admit,
combined the two.
the prequel trilogy was Lucas Farts.
They paid for it. And by they, I mean...
I don't know why I'm with you. I don't know why we need a trilogy for Boba Fett I don't even know why we need one for Obi-Wan.
He doesn't say anything in the movies. You're gonna give him
Strikes
some.
me down.
You're gonna give him some background. That's cool, but you don't need to make 3 films of background.
No.
They're gonna turn him into Master Chief.
Yeah. He's gonna get power armor and an assault rifle.
And the thing that also kind of sucks about
Son of
doing
a bitch.
doing a
Just
storyline.
saying, it's gonna be like the Halo game, the Halo movie that you've been waiting for, just starring Boba Fett.
I gotta get to the ring. What, Boba Fett? What are you talking about?
See, the thing is, Boba Fett is one of the most mysterious characters in the
he's
Star
not.
Wars universe.
I think the Sarlacc pit was more mysterious.
No,
than
but
he
like,
was saved by
he's
fucking,
got some mystique around him.
He does.
He's like
He's
a
a
cult
clone.
character. Like everybody, like is like, you know, who's
No,
your-
you know what the most mysterious thing in the whole Star Wars universe is? I want to know what the hell was going on with that black dimension where Luke kills Vader and his head's in like. What? Where did that come from?
The idea behind it was that he was experiencing his fears, and his fear was that
Yeah, but
He
he
was
had
gonna
to go
become Vader.
into this place to have this vision.
yeah.
So
Because
that's just there.
it's Yoda's backyard. He
Yeah, but that's
fucking
what I'm
built
saying.
this
Like
thing. Probably.
it's just there. They don't like. He's
got
just like
all these hallucinogenic mushrooms out there.
it's just there on this planet, though. It's just like nobody like. So that's the only spot on that entire planet that's like that.
You know what's always been a mystery to me? Why, if the Muppet Babies tried to leave the nursery, they walk into Star Wars? I never understood that.
It's kind of like Among the Sleep. Your imagination just
Did we watch the
takes
same
hold.
show?
I'm
Are you sure you
remembers that?
Are you
right?
sure you
they
just
open
didn't-
the door and there's like TIE fighters in there?
I remember.
Yes,
It was one
yes.
I was gonna
episode.
say, are you sure you just didn't start watching Muppet Babies and then your
Dream.
dad came in?
Holy shit!
And then
It's a fucking bee.
that's not a bee.
It's something.
You started watching Muppet Babies and then your dad
not.
came in and just put Star Wars
No,
on. Like,
it's happened.
No, it did.
It happened.
I can verify.
oh wait,
it.
I kind of remember that. It's like in the opening theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, bee, and then he, like they're in the ship and it's like, pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the way,
well, because Star Wars.
Good referencing that indie game.
Thanks.
They didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Muppet Babies.
Which, by the way, I
Best
am
cartoon ever.
greatly enjoying watching Markiplier play because I friggin' love Markiplier first off because
He's pretty funny.
he's hilarious.
I just recently started watching him play Five Nights at the Chum Bucket, and he's just freaking out.
Oh
It's
my
hilarious.
gosh.
If you got something to say, just bring it up. You don't have to like sit here and listen to us talk about YouTube channels. You wanted me to watch YouTube.
It's good
Your
shit.
fault. There's so much crime in America.
Okay. How about we go into request topics?
We could do that.
All right, that sounds good.
Because we do request topics.
Okay, sounds great.
Request granted.
Let's talk about Scott Steiner. Dave wanted us to talk about
Scott
Scott Steiner. Only you and I will probably know much
is
about
offering Hulk Hogan $1 million to come to New York to some independent wrestling show and just body slam him. Because Hulk
That's
Hogan,
all he wants is just a
because
body
Hulk
slam?
Hogan made all his fame off of being the guy that body slammed Andre the Giant. That's
Okay.
that's what Scott Steiner, and Scott Steiner hates Hulk Hogan so much that he's just like, Hogan, you can't even slam me. Here's $1 million of my money. He starts like throwing money or like, his videos on YouTube.
Is he
And-
wearing his chain?
Yes, he is, and a leather jacket and sunglasses.
I'm looking
Another
this up
YouTube video you
right
can look
fast.
up.
And,
Yeah.
Year.
Yeah,
battery's about
so
to
he's
die, but
offering
I
$1
don't
million
care.
of his own money to get Hogan to show up
Don't do it right
and
now.
try to body slam
You
him.
can watch it after the show.
Best video of the year.
That Scott Steiner,
100%.
God
go
bless
off when
you,
the-
sir. You should have been irrelevant 10 years ago, but thanks to modern day media,
Oh, yeah.
social media, Twitter, which I think he got kicked off of at one point because of
wouldn't
stuff
doubt
he
it.
was saying. He was saying stuff about Hogan's daughter, and I don't think she was of age yet.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
That bad's news, baby.
Funny,
Party van's pulling up.
Funny Scott
Yeah.
Steiner road
FBI
story.
party van.
Okay. This was back in WCW, late 80s. Paul Heyman, who you probably know, he was
Yeah.
the guy from ECW, ran ECW.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, he was a manager in WCW, and he was driving around with the Samoans, which one was Rikishi, and then
Mm-hmm.
Rikishi's uncle. And they were driving in one car. Scott Steiner, his brother Rick, and Sting are driving in this other car, and they used to do this gag where they would pull up beside another car that they knew were other wrestlers. Scott Steiner would be sitting in the passenger seat. Sting would be driving. Rick Steiner would climb into Scott Steiner's lap.
I remember Sting.
And Scott Steiner would hold his brother by his legs. And Rick Steiner would come out the window, open up the other person's car door, and grab their leg while they're driving down the highway. Okay?
Right.
Wow.
So one time, they knew that Scott and Rick were going to do this, so they locked the doors. That way they couldn't do that. So they're like Rick Steiner's like knocking on their windows and stuff like because he was a nut. He was known as the dog-faced gremlin. So they end up going to this convenience store and they buy all this merchandise, this random crap that the convenience store had, like baseballs and bottles and drinks and stuff like that. They go back on the road and they're just chucking this stuff at each other's cars on the highway. God damn it. So they get to, these are rental cars. So when they get to Enterprise, they total the cars because they're no longer drivable according to Enterprise rental car. And none of them are allowed to rent cars from Enterprise. Their names are up on this list of the do not rent list on the wall.
They made the list.
Oh, wow.
I hope Rick was the dog-faced gremlin.
Yeah.
I hope they wrote that.
Yeah, Rick, the dog-faced gremlin Steiner, just write it right there. It's like, sorry, sir, you can't rent a car. Imagine telling Scott Steiner he can't rent a car.
He's tearing your ears off.
He's just like, I don't believe you see these peaks here. But anytime,
I love how you do that shit. Record this.
Anytime a man
Pigeon boys.
wearing a leather jacket, chainmail, and sunglasses walks in, I'm handing him the keys. I'm not asking questions.
First of all, anybody wearing chainmail walking in, I'm calling the cops. Officer, there's a man dressed like a medieval knight walking into my convenience store.
Oh, he's not dressed like a medieval knight. It's just like, it's his...
I've seen it.
Yeah.
But, like I said, anybody wearing chainmail, just immediately,
Yeah.
cops, calling. Get here and help me, please. I might get attacked from broadsword.
I just... God damn it, Scott.
By the way, I found the video.
Okay, you did.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's
Wait your turn.
God bless Scott Steiner. That's all I gotta say.
I am glad he's still relevant.
I'm glad
Like-
that even though his chest exploded in Puerto Rico, he's still alive.
See, like, when you say exploded, I always
his pecs
picture like
ruptured, yeah.
I always picture like the photon blaster from Guyver, the animated shit. Just like it opens up, it's just like.
See, what I think of is the scene from Alien when it pops out of the chest.
yeah.
I see where you're going. I see where
Yeah.
you're going.
That's what I think. His chest exploded.
I'm just picturing that, and then like the alien at the end of Spaceballs going, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey."
I don't want the soup anymore.
That was a good movie.
So what we got?
Hopefully they won't remake that. Sorry.
Oh, they
I heard that they're actually doing,
They're doing
a
a
sequel.
the quest for more money,
Mel Brooks wants
which
to do it.
is meta because they referenced that in the original movie
Yep.
when they met Yogurt.
Yep.
Damn it! I love that movie.
If they keep it in the same like ideals, it would be a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Especially considering they're like the title says.
they can get some of the actors back for it. Bill Pullman's not doing anything, so
Yeah,
Sleeping.
sleeping.
He is so
Gotta wake him up.
Bill, do Spaceballs too.
So
He's like,
"You want me to be the president again?" No.
he's like, I really wish when I fell off that banister in The Grudge I died.
So we got another.
We got one more old school MTV. I don't remember much of it because when I was growing up, my parents didn't have cable. It was like the devil. It was like Ricky Bobby, like cable's the devil, Bobby. But like they eventually broke down and got it, and that was like I got to enjoy MTV for a little bit when they had videos, and then they started doing like the dating shows.
Yeah.
And it was like everything was Real World this and Road Rules that and
Fucking Road Rules.
which like Road Rules the first season I thought was okay, Because I was like, it's better than just people like being in a house and bitching. Now I'll just put them in a small RV and have them bitch.
This is some mobile bitching now.
Yeah, bitching on the go.
You're bitching on the go.
All time radio.
I mean, I'm not going to consider that old school MTV, but I only ever watched the first season of Real World because I just remember Puck.
Oh yeah, everybody
That's
remembers.
all I
Puck.
remember is just basically Puck. And
He's
people-
like, "Hi, I'm going to be your asshole. Everybody's
I'm
going
going
to
to
hate me."
pick my
but love
nose
me
on
at the-"
camera
Yeah.
and make a name for myself.
I have never seen a single episode of either of those.
You're not really missing
Yeah,
anything.
I didn't
No,
think
you're
I
not.
was. I did used to watch Daria,
I
Beavis
did
and
watch.
Butthead.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Beaver and Butthead. That was great. Do you remember? Does anybody remember an animated show called The Head?
Yes.
Yes. I actually was going to talk about that,
The
and
Head
I couldn't remember
actually-
the name of it.
The Head actually was originally a short on a show called Liquid Television.
Yes, I remember that.
That's where that came from. That's also where the video for Radiohead's Paranoid Android was actually a cartoon that aired on Liquid Television as well.
It was one of the weirdest
Huh.
cartoons I've ever seen in my life.
I haven't seen it.
Guy
I'll
had
have to check that
an
out.
alien living
Yeah.
inside of his head,
Yep.
and then like he had friends. Like the one guy had a lawnmower blade stuck in his face. Mm-hmm. He couldn't take it out or he'd die. They're just like, I can't remember every character. There were a lot of weird ass characters on the show, but it was like one of those shows that like nothing really happened.
Yeah.
It was like
ATHO.
it was like an animated Seinfeld, but with weird fucking
Hey,
characters.
Stuff happens in Seinfeld.
Nothing happens in Seinfeld.
Not
They
anything.
killed a bunch of people.
Oh, another thing that came off of Liquid Television was the Milton character that was in Office Space.
Yeah, Milton.
That's where that came from.
Yep. Oh man.
Well, now that you say that,
There you go.
King of the Hill comes from Beavis and Butthead, basically.
Yeah.
Their neighbor was basically the
Well, yeah, the
premise for...
Yeah, Tom Anderson.
Hill.
Tom
was-
Anderson
yeah,
was Hank Hill's.
was Hank Hill's,
where it started.
basically.
Yeah. I remember Aeon Flux
Yep.
Yeah.
being on MTV. I don't remember any
I
specific
don't know why they made a
episodes
movie
though.
of that, though.
Didn't need to happen at all.
No.
It didn't.
I didn't watch it that much because I didn't really care for the art style of it.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were kind of iffy on it.
I like watched the first episode and that was about it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's interesting. But
I remember the stupid ass dating show that was on MTV with Chris
Chris
Hardwick.
Was it-
Singled
was it-
out.
Singled Out.
Yeah.
Jenny McCarthy, and then later Carmen Electra was the female co-host for Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a terrible show.
That actually started. I could be wrong, but I think that started on like their spring break show that
Yeah.
they would do.
Yeah, it
the
did.
Beach House, and I think that's where they started that, and then they kind of just became its own thing. I remember there was some just interesting like music related shows on there, like The Grind, which is basically they just played music and people danced.
Yeah. I remember that. It was just like in a dance club.
And I think
Yeah,
I
didn't
think
they have
Dan
a-
Cortez hosted it all a while, and so did Eric Nies. I
Like a
think was
Dan
his name, yeah.
Cortez.
Didn't they also have like some kind of like game you played where you like they spun a wheel and you like threw something at it and it would stick and it would like play a music video or something? And there were like other games that were like
MTV
on it. I
Party.
guess it was probably it might have been something like that. Like I guess it was part of their spring break thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that could have been part of their spring break thing. The only game show that really sticks out for me from MTV is MTV's Remote Control, which was a trivia show, which actually has a Nintendo game based on it, where Adam Sandler was actually a contestant on the show.
Oh, god damn it.
How about
It was a
that?
trivia show about pop culture. It aired like probably late 80s.
Okay.
There was that. But then there you got things like Yo MTV Raps, Alternative Nation.
You're naming shit that I do not know.
What about 120 minutes? Every Sunday night they would run an hour and 20 minutes, 2 hours worth of different kinds of videos that normally wouldn't get played like during the day. Like I remember that was when I first got introduced to Tool and a couple other bands that didn't
okay.
get the airtime.
Watch really late, they'd have things for like, oh, these videos were pulled from air.
Oh yeah, they would have.
Oh, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
the 10 spot? Is that what it was called? And then they would do stuff after 10 like that? Yeah.
Yeah, but you're thinking of they would have the videos that were like too risque to have on during
like
the day.
Prodigy's Smack My Bitch Up.
Oh, right.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
most offensive videos of all time. And then you find out in the end that it was a woman.
Woman doing all that horrible stuff. Shyamalan directed it.
Yeah.
What a twist!
9 Inch Nails, Closer was
Yeah.
banned. What else?
Duran Duran's Girls, Girls, Girls
Yeah.
was on there.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, do you know the original video actually had full frontal on it?
Oh, okay.
Bam.
How the hell did they ever think they were getting away with that?
Not in the States, but overseas they did.
Oh, well, yeah, because
Which they were more popular in the other countries anyway.
you can eat
That's
yourself.
probably why.
You can eat yourself till you're dead in the overseas market.
Can do that here, but
I remember.
bring it back to life.
Yeah, it's true. I remember there was, I guess it's like when the internet was getting big, they did this thing. I don't remember the name of the show, but they would play music videos, and they would have like a chat room blog underneath of it. And people would just like comment on the video, or like they would, they took it off after a while because they weren't monitoring it, because it just was like a live thing. They just like so people would just start talking to each other, and then they get in fights, and then like there'd be really colorful language coming out. It's just like, and then like there'd be the internet white knight that shows up every now and then. It's like, come on, guys.
We're on live TV now.
Yeah.
Another thing that they did briefly, which to kind of come back through the years, was Say What Karaoke, where they would pick songs that had often misheard lyrics, and they would have people sing them.
Oh, like Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of Nirvana songs.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
all of Nirvana songs and
All-
Pearl
All
Jam.
of them.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you're going to sing Yellow Lead better.
Can I not?
Stop! Please don't!
Can you pick a different song, please? Are they going to be getting hand jobs while this happens?
MTV News.
Yeah,
it started
Kurt Loder.
off as just, little
Loads.
snippets between shows with Kurt Loder, Tabitha Soren.
Yeah.
And then they eventually did have their own half-hour show where they would do it. I'm trying to remember some of the other guys that were on there.
We'll let you know that.
It was that
You guys
guy.
remember when Bill Bellamy was on?
Yeah, before he
MTV?
started doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Unsuccessfully.
And did a few movies.
Unsuccessfully.
Story of his life.
I remember
guess.
when MTV News was the debut spot of the guy who had dreads.
Sway.
Sway.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he still works for them.
No,
Which is-
I don't think
Because he should have hit his age cap by now.
Like Carson.
Like 22 years
Carson
old.
Daly.
Get out of here.
There's an episode of Portlandia where they talk about that, about how MTV used to be for, like, the adults and stuff like that. Not really adults, but, like, people that are our age at that time. And now it's all about this stupid, pointless shit for, like, little kids to watch, like, 16 and Pregnant. You'd probably enjoy that episode. It's pretty
I'll have to see that. Yeah, I'm thinking about like all the MTV VJs that kind of became.
I love how they called them VJs, because they never really did any of the
They didn't do
actual
anything.
video stuff.
They just stood
like-
there and talked, and then some operator in the back was like, okay, this video's next.
Yeah.
But you had like Janine Garofalo did it for a little while.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
And
I was
then
about to say you forgot about her.
yeah,
that. I
her.
did forget about her.
We already mentioned Bill Bellamy and Dan Cortez and
Didn't they have that one like fitness model doing it for a while, Daisy Fuentes?
yep,
Yeah.
yep. She did it.
Now she's just fell off the face of the earth.
I don't know how you guys are pulling
I
all
don't
these
know.
names out of your ass.
I always
This is
remember,
ridiculous.
That's where we
Kennedy?
store them.
the chick with the glasses
Yes,
and the curly hair. Yeah, she did like
yeah.
a lot of like the alternative
She
shows,
was
like
terrible.
Alternative Nation and The Buzz.
She was awful.
just terrible. Worst ever.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But yeah, Downtown Julie Brown,
I do not remember her.
who that was kind of before you got cable.
That's before my
That was
time.
before your time. That was 80s, more 80s.
Okay.
She went on to do some acting. But there was a lot, and like you're saying, there were cartoons that were on there and stuff.
I remember when they did the MTV Sports Challenge thing with celebrities.
Yeah, they used to do the Rock and Jock challenges.
Yep.
They had the softball and the basketball games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True indeed.
And they're going to
Yeah.
be bringing it back,
No
apparently.
one wants it.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Yeah.
Oh, and another sketch show we talked about in the last episode about sketch shows. The State. Was where a couple
Terrible.
of different actors started there, like Michael Ian Black, who's now
Yeah.
gone on to
Not a strong
be
start.
buddies with Hal Sparks on all the countdown channels on VH
Oh.
shows on VH1.
Papa
The guy that
Video.
went on to be pretty
That
big
was VH1.
from
I know. That's
Brooklyn,
why I said
not Reno 911. The guy with the really small shorts.
What, Dangle?
Yeah, he was on there. I don't remember his.
name.
I don't remember his
He's been in
actual
a lot
name.
of-
He's been in a lot of stuff.
things.
He's now in the
Lieutenant
new
Dangle.
Odd Couple with Matthew Perry.
Okay, yeah. He was
was
also
on
on
there.
Archer.
Yeah.
He voiced the one gay secret agent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on there. It was a very weird sketch show. I remember there was one sketch where a guy just walked around with no pants on.
That sounds
And
about right.
It was a sketch.
That sounds about right.
What? You threw it at me!
Insect!
It was like a moth, and you like threw it at me.
Well, it's dead now.
Oh, I hope.
We are going through a lot of dangerous territory to supply you guys with this show. Moth just tried to eat my hand whole.
Just open his mouth like, ah.
It looked like an anaconda trying to eat my hand whole.
Your hand hole?
My hand hole. Trying to eat my hand hole.
You got a hand hole like Vampire Hunter D?
I'm like an action figure. It's just my hands molded with a hole in it.
Like the little Lego hands.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get into discussion topic now.
Bam.
Yay!
You want to talk about game hunting, game collecting, our fun stories from all the years?
Right, yeah, I guess we can.
I mean, if you don't want to, we can talk about it.
If you don't want to reminisce.
If you don't want to talk about the fun times we had together, I could just
It'll
talk
be like
about
an
something else.
audible version of American Pickers. Go, go.
All right. We'll talk about because you were there for some of this stuff too. So
Yeah, we show
Jamie.
some of it.
Yeah, you were there for Two Guns. The Two Gun guy.
you were there for Two Gun Guy?
You weren't?
No,
it was just you and I.
Oh,
I do remember.
shoot.
Yeah, I do remember you guys also mentioning Tungo.
Oh, Tungo.
Yeah. Okay, so
What's going on?
so to bring everybody up to
It's a
speed.
good story. Just shut up and listen.
I can tell I'm not wanted here. I'm gonna dive through the window.
Will and I have been collecting games for quite some time now, and over the years, we've amassed quite a many stories of weird things that have happened to us. And one of our favorites, we went to a flea market called Leesport. It's up in Leesport.
Near Reading, Pennsylvania.
Near Reading. We're just walking around, and we get to this one guy's stand. It's just tarps full of shit spilled all over the floor, you know. Real classy joint.
It's just like everything from like tools to like bags
Yeah.
of socks to like.
And just like in the middle,
Bag of socks.
yeah, in the middle of this pile of shit is this one game. It was Vampire Knights. Yeah,
Vampire Knight, yeah.
Knight on PS2, and it's a railgun game. Well, we find it. We're just like looking at it, like, hey, I didn't even know it came in a box like this. Totally not interested in buying it at all. The guy like pings us, like he just like knows we're there. He comes flying over, and it's this old
Locked
guy.
on target.
Yeah, it's just this old guy, and the first thing Will and I hear is like, the game comes with a gun, and I got another gun, so you get two guns. Like, he was all about it.
Having McPoyle right now.
That's what he
That's how he
sounded like.
sounded like.
It's exactly how he sounded.
He
It
sounded
sounded like
he
it
had
was really
emphysema.
difficult for him to explain any of this to us.
Yeah, he's like, two guns then. And Will's like, I'm just looking. He's like, yeah, but two. Two guns. Anywhere else around here, I'm gonna get one gun. Like, I was just like, it's not that good of a game. I don't want it. So, there was that encounter.
Yeah.
What was one of your other favorites?
Oh, same flea market. The
Same
guy,
flea market.
the guy with the woman in the van. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we
I'm
got,
saving up my money.
So
Oh, this guy.
go over.
Oh, this guy.
And this guy, I asked him
This
how
old
much for
bastard.
a copy of Puss in Boots for the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a rare game.
Not a rare, not common, but not rare. I'd say probably about a $10 game.
Yeah.
And the guy looks at me and he goes, "Oh, I probably would have to ask 20 for that." And I'm looking at him like, "All right,
You're like, you can ask it.
yeah, you can ask him. Well, make me an offer. You like games? You can have all these games. You can buy them all.
I'm selling my whole table.
Sell it all. I got other stuff too. Just give me $800."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, first of all, you're throwing out this random large number to a person you just met who's asking you about one game, okay? And then he's like, "Yeah, my wife, did he say she had emphysema?"
She was suffering from emphysema, and he needed to get like money to get bills to like get her medicine.
Yeah.
Like to pay the bills for her medicine. But meanwhile, she's sitting back in this van, just like
Yeah,
like
you can see she's
happy,
right there.
smiling, rocking back
I think
and
she's
forth.
knitting.
Yeah, smoking.
Yeah, that's great for
Yeah.
emphysema.
And he's
Cure.
just like, yeah, she's dying. She's suffering from emphysema. I've got gout. It's just like this laundry list of problems
Yeah,
this
Maybe a
guy
little
has.
trench foot.
Yeah, it's like $800, and like Will's like, well, I mean, the only thing I want out of everything he has was Puss in Boots, and he had it in television.
And an Atari 7800
Yeah, and
controller.
I'm like, I'm not paying that for $800.
I ended up actually getting the Puss in Boots and the Atari 7800 controller for like $12.
Yeah,
But like, it was just so funny that he's just immediately going, everything for $800 because my wife is dying, and I'm just like, who does this?
which is funny. That's not the first time
sell.
That's not the first time that's ever happened there either.
No.
Like, I've gone by myself, and I've had people just like, oh, I'll sell you my entire game collection for like $500. And like, no. Who's got that? Who goes to a flea market with $500 in their pocket? Be like, I'm looking for a one sell, take all.
It's those damn gypsy bastards.
Those damn gypsies.
Gotta haggle with them.
Another favorite story of mine was when the Bargain Bungalow was out here in Wrightsville, the top of the hill. Very stand-up gentleman that owned that place. Actually, I have many good stories from this place now that I think about it. But one of my favorites was Will and I went in there because he occasionally had game stuff. And he never knew what he had, so he would normally sell it super fucking cheap. So we went in and we're looking around. He doesn't really have anything, so we ask him. He takes us outside to a storage area that was like underneath stairs.
Yeah, it's outside, like, in the weather.
He just opens this door. It's like a sandstorm of dust comes flying out of this door.
Oh, God.
And he's like, I got this Genesis in the box over here. And Will's like, that's kind of interesting. He's like, yeah, it's got that hedgehog thing on it. He's like, I don't know how much that is, though. I'll have to look it up. So he whips out his iPhone, which is a guy who's like, how the fuck did you afford an iPhone? He's like on eBay, just flipping through pages.
Again, we need video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just on eBay flipping through pages of people selling it. He's like, here it is. That thing's going for like $5,000 on eBay. Will and I just look at each other like, you know what? You can keep it. You found your diamond in the rough. You can keep it.
But that's not my favorite story from there.
But going off that though too, he's like, it's selling for $5,000, and he's like, you can have it for $50.
Yeah, he was really cutting me a deal.
It's like,
He was really cutting me a deal there.
you can have it for 1%.
I can make all this money, obviously. But I'm going to go easy on you because I like the cut of your jib.
I think I know the favorite story you got. Is that what he
got a
upsold
pretty
me?
face.
When he upsold you
Upsold me at the final sale.
because he didn't want to make change.
Yeah. So how much did I tell you for that? It was $10, and I handed him a 20. He's like, "We'll just make it 20." Like what? I'm like, excuse me? He's like, "Well, you want it?" I'm like, I'm debating it.
That's not an upsale. That's highway robbery.
Yeah. What a crook.
Yeah.
He stole the money right out of your hand.
And like he said that as he took the bill from me, so it's like I couldn't get it back.
Yeah, he's
just
like, okay, this is done
he's
now.
like, "Ding," put it in his register and shut it. He's like, that's just 20 now. I'm like, I just paid 20 for a fucking like Radio Shack Telestar Pong console. You bastard. Oh, he was good. And then when the it's not Burning Bridge, when the antique place across the street, across the river in Columbia, that's right across the bridge, when they were starting, they were open, but they had nothing set up. It was just pallets and pallets
like full
of cardboard
skids.
boxes.
Yeah.
Full skids stacked 4 high of cardboard boxes. And they had a sign outside, open.
So
So Will and I just walk in, and they're just like, just digging root. And I'm like, yeah, but what can I just tear all this shit open? And just, like, yeah, just fucking get in there and rip through it. So we're just like going through the stuff, being
Fine
careful
advice.
as we can. And there's like a guy in there who was starting his own toy store, like the style of the toy store in there. Weirdest fucking guy I've ever seen in my life.
I love this story.
We come to one box and it had Ghostbuster action figures in it.
Yep.
Will brings out one. It was like the toilet that would open up and it would have the tongue that rolled out inside.
Yeah, like the teeth and stuff.
Yeah. And he's just like, I remember that thing. I call it Tungo.
He's like, that's a woman's favorite toilet.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's fucking disturbing.
And then, like, through this 1 minute conversation, he felt like he bonded with us enough that he should then accompany us through the rest of the entire place.
Yes. New friend.
It was the most...
Follower gained.
It was such an awkward goddamn moment of my life.
You earned yourself
He
a
followed us through
stalker.
everything, and then he would just, like... He'd rip a box open, he'd be like, look at this shit! Oh, it's great! I'm gonna have my own toy store in here. Like, that's good, we won't come back.
I was horrified. I didn't know how to react.
Stop!
Tell him get the fuck away.
Leave me alone!
And then I guess later on you found out that like they ended up taking his keys away from him because like
He would
wouldn't
never show up.
He was supposed to like open there was like a flea market, so like all these different vendors, but you'd pay at one spot. And there were days where he was supposed to open, and he just wouldn't show up.
Oh,
His
jeez.
area, they actually had walled off, like sectioned off, and he had his own door, so it was like his own store within the store.
Just separate him from everybody else, the general populace.
Yeah, and he would never show up and unlock it. It would be like, he's supposed to be there Monday through Friday, he might be there like Thursday at best. At like 3 p.m.
All right, Matt, how about Sweatpants Guy?
Oh, God. I know the
that's
gentleman.
in Hanover.
And Hanover, that's right. Sweatpants Guy had and he advertised the store on Craigslist, which you should have known better to go there when you see it on Craigslist. But there was 2 stores that were close to each other. One was Retro Mike's, which was a really awesome store.
He's a really awesome guy, too.
I don't know what he's doing anymore. He's
Yeah,
not
he's
in the
Smoking
business.
pot somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Sleeping.
He's not in the business anymore, but then, Sweatpants Guy isn't in the business anymore either. But we would go there after going to Retro Mike's, and it was kind of like, you went to a really clean public restroom, and then you went to one afterwards that just had shit smeared all over the walls. You walk in, and he's got all of his stuff laid out, and he also had stuff that was just laying in bins, no prices on it, but he wouldn't tell you what the price was, because he had to find out first. You would like find Mario 3 on the table for $45.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And then right next to it, there would be Batman Return of the Joker, a far more rarer game, for $10. He had no idea what he was doing. And what was you picked up Nightmare on Elm Street and he wanted $20 for it.
Yeah.
Didn't have a sticker on it.
Yeah.
So Will's like, I'm just curious. He's like, hold on. $20. That's what buy now price on eBay.
But I just remember him specifically because he never wore, like...
Oh, yeah, that was his business attire.
His business attire was wife beater, gray sweatpants with holes in them.
It was Carl from Aqua Teen.
I respect
I
that.
think he even had flip-flops,
Do
too.
you have a gold chain?
No, you never gold
chain.
chain. I don't think he made enough money.
We had to get him a spray painted gold chain.
Yeah. You'll find him. Here. I know you do not remember me at all.
But you have to
But
put
I
this
feel
on.
like you need this. This is a spray-painted gold chain. Gee, thanks, dude. Yeah, don't sweat on that. It's going to rub right off.
He's gonna sweat on it.
There's going to be this green tint to your skin.
There's been other times where, like, I've gone up, like, at Morningstar.
Oh, yeah,
time.
Morningstar. There's that one guy at Morningstar that sells everything out of his van.
Yeah.
And it's the same sun-bleached games every week. He's bought some stuff off of me. I'm very happy to announce that my copy of Mystic Heroes in the GameCube is still on that guy's table.
Yep. He
Mystic
proudly
Heroes.
bought
He
that
is
from
not
us.
going to unload that ever.
Nope.
I don't
I
know
have
why
a
you
copy of
unloaded
that
that
at the house.
awesome classic.
Oh, I'm kicking myself every day.
I have a copy of that at the house. It's not a good game.
No, it's terrible.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't say it's
I
terrible.
remember
but
a
it's
bunch
bad.
of us. It was
I didn't
like,
think anybody else actually owned it.
Did you ever play it with 4 people?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, we played it with the 3 of us.
It's so bad.
I was
used
just
to-
like, this
we
camera's
used to play
terrible.
With our friends, it'd be Justin, Andy, either
dropping.
Andy's brother Chris or my little brother Ryan and me. We would all play the 4-player game, and it was a mess. It was a god-awful mess.
Well, yeah, the camera's terrible.
Oh, the camera's terrible. Your attacks are horrible. You can't see what's going on. There's so many enemies around you. They're behind you. They're in front of you.
They tried to do Dynasty Warriors and just glued the camera to your ass.
Pretty much.
So you
For
couldn't
little
see
kids.
behind you or anywhere nearby you. It was terrible.
Yeah, and like the sound was so great whenever you progressed to the next level, only one character got to speak, and it was usually player 3.
Yep.
Which, you know, Andy was usually
Yeah.
we called her like the buff lesbian chick, and her voice was just like, well, let's go to the next level. So like that's just, oh my god, seriously, it was awful.
Let's go to the next level.
I'm serious. Like, go ahead
I'm
and
about to go
like
play
boot,
this game
yes,
right now.
Go boot it up. I'll play
Bobcat
player 3 as that
Ghostblade.
chick so you can hear her friggin' voice.
Let's go, guys!
It's awful. Anyway, go ahead.
You have so
I gotta tell
abruptly
people,
stopped.
it's not the same as it used to be going out game hunting at flea
No,
markets.
not
'cause
anymore.
Everybody has an iPhone now and thinks everything's worth $1,000. But
you
what
basically wrong.
you usually get when you go to the flea market is you might find a few things, but it's the atmosphere that's worth the entire trip.
If you really want to get cheap-ass games, just do yard sales on the weekend.
Yep.
That's where I found some of the best deals. Occasionally at a flea market, you'll get somebody that's just like setting up to like, yeah, I just need to get rid of this shit. But the problem with that is there are people, at most of them, that run their own business selling games, and they're there before any time you will ever get there. And they already bought up everything that's good.
Those
Yeah.
motherfucking no-lifers.
Those guys
Scalpings.
that wake up in the morning, do a line of coke, go to the flea market,
Only one? Just one line.
run around, buy everything for cheap, and then jack it up 10 times the price and
Then
put it in their
blast off.
store.
And then do coke while they're there.
Yeah.
Off the games that you're going to buy.
Yeah.
What's that smug look on your face?
I've just heard stories. That's all.
About, people...
about
People.
a
Sorry,
vendor
jockeys.
specifically.
Jockeys doing, lines off people's boners.
Yeah.
Yeah. More goddamn... I'm not going to watch the show anymore.
All right. Well,
We're really over the time limit.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did it
we're running
again.
long.
Over an hour again. Who wants to tell everybody where
we
they can
have to
find us?
please our audience.
Yeah, we do. Let's try and do a
Long.
better close this time.
No.
This is-
No.
We're
I
gonna-
refuse. I plain refuse.
Where can they find us? Who wants to tell them?
where can they find us, Jamie?
She doesn't know.
You're on the spot.
Blueberry.
That's one. Count it off.
1 out of 10.
Grindedword.com. Libsyn.com.
Did you say
Am I-
carnivore.com?
No, Grinded Word.
Grindedword.com.
I heard carnivore.com.
I'm so sorry. Let me get
Grindedword.com.
a
Yeah,
little
it gets
closer.
streamed there.
Yeah. So, Blueberry.
Grindcast.libsyn.com.
Yeah, grindcast.libsyn.com. Sorry. YouTube.
Yep, we're on YouTube. Channel's The Grinded Word.
I guess we're on the iPhone space thing.
iTunes.
iPhone space.
Yep, we're on iTunes.
Yeah, you can tell I don't have an iPhone.
And when you subscribe on iTunes,
It gets sent straight to your phone, just the way Will Bacon likes it. You wake up, do a line of coke, it just downloaded for you.
Oh, goody.
Then you can go to your yard sales.
kind of making people think I do coke.
Just like Will Bacon likes it.
I like how
whatever
you
you
said
gotta
you
do to
didn't
get
want to
this
screw
one.
up this ending, and then immediately you guys
It's been
put
screwed.
me on the spot.
It's
Yeah,
been
that's where you went
refuse.
wrong. Is there more? Are there more?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Tubes.
That's
The
the
Grinded
big one.
Word Facebook page. And I'm also announcing again, as a reminder, we're still running a contest to win June's Loot Crate. All you have to do is refer us to some friends, have those friends like and follow us on Facebook, and then every episode in June that Grindcast posts, all they have to do is leave a comment on Facebook for that episode and mention your full name. The person who gets their name mentioned the most, I'm going to tally it all up, and at the end of the month, the person with the highest referrals gets the Loot Crate.
We
And
will
I
find you.
mail it to you.
We'll give you that loot.
Yeah.
crate.
I'll mail it to you 100% for free. I wake up early in the morning, do a line of coke, put it right in the mail.
Again, only one.
It's morning.
Yeah, you gotta start slow.
You want to overdo it? I want to have coffee too.
Sprinkle a little in the coffee.
Yeah,
Just put it around the rim.
Daddy needs a little sugar. Yeah, that's right. That's good. That's just, I gotta brush my teeth with it now.
Just gum it.
Yeah, you
Can't
gotta put
get
it in your
addicted
gums.
that way.
It's better. It's quicker that way. You can't get addicted to it that way. Don't do drugs, kids.
Or do it. I'm not your boss. Live your life.
Winners don't do drugs. Thank you, arcades.
That's a good movie, by the way.
Yeah, no,
All
I've
right.
seen it.
Okay.
That's it for us this time, guys. As always, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time.